follow the road. To start with, however, we're going to do turns about a point, just 2 quick circles, right, pinpoint over the middle of that intersection. Not over, pinpoint around the middle of that intersection. Now, tactically, the way they want you to enter ground reference maneuvers is starting with a downwind. Reason is, when you have a downwind, would that be your steepest or shallowest bank angle when you're going the fastest?
That'd be my steepest.
Yes, it would.
Because if I'm too shallow, it's going to push.
Yep, because everything's happening fast.
Yes.
The bank has to happen fast also because you're getting pushed away from things. Now, right now we're entering on the headwind, and that's fine. You don't have to go back, past and come back. But and the simple reason they do that is they suggest you enter the downwind such your steepest bank doesn't exceed 45 degrees.
Okay.
Now, starting with the headwind, you might, pick the impossible. I'm going to keep it this far away, but the other side, I got to hold 85 degrees of bank to keep it right here. It's like, well, don't be foolish. I think that's the simple reasoning behind entering the downwind, or on the downwind. Okay, now altitude-wise, we want to get all the way down to about 1,000 feet above ground level. So, come on down to what appears to be almost traffic pattern altitude. That's about 1,000 feet, AGL, right?
Yep.
Now, knowing a couple things, Schenectady sits at about 380. Saratoga sits at 410. I'm off by a little bit, but so around 400 feet is the ground. Yeah, somewhere this probably tells you your AGL altitude, but I'm not sure where on this particular unit. I know your ForeFlight does too, but so to get down there quicker, you want to reduce a little bit of power. And about 1,400. So right now, to set yourself up, pretty much you pass over top that little retail section right there.
Yep.
That's about the distance we want to maintain all the way around. Got to maintain it. You got to stay tight enough that it is a somewhat steep turn.
And 11,000.
A little bumpier under here, so watch your speeds. Don't pick up too much if you're going to pick up turbulence.
2967, fighting 120, descend to maintain 5.
This amount of turbulence, I would just stay out of the yellow arc, which you weren't.
Yep.
Much more than this, I would get down below maneuvering speed.
448, 1,500, lovely.
All right, fired up. Just keep us this distance around the center of that intersection.
Approach, altimeter 2967.
Always looking for traffic, holding the altitude, coordinating the airplane. That's the real purpose of this, besides just seeing whether you're drifting or not, is to multi-function.
Hey, Albany departure 560 Bravo Mike, so we get 3000, 010 heading.
Number 560 Bravo Mike.
Remember the basics, the more you bank, the more you got to pull back on the yoke, and vice versa. When you let go of the bank, ease up on the pull. Hey, keep that turn going. No, come on, turn.
Yeah, pick up close.
Yeah, still got to be a 360. You can loosen it up a little bit, but yeah, no level wings.
Approach, altimeter 2967, turn right heading 050, descend to maintain 3000.
Now this is where you should have your tailwind, right?
Yep.
Confirmed with this. So it should be your steepest turn, or you're going to be way too far on this one.
Mike, radar contact, 7 miles north of Schenectady, turn left direct Rome.
Hey, left direct Rome, 0 Bravo Mike.
Southwest 448.
Right now you're a lot further. You're using the bridge basically, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're a lot further away from it than we were when we came across that retail center there.
Yep, I got one.
Tailwind pushed you away.
Yep.
So here's your shallowest turn, really just to get back towards that retail center, really. Altitude, 1,400. Altitude, altitude, altitude.
Bushwick 5346, like to request DRN Yankee 141.
This maneuver doesn't really need a whole lot of thought. Treat it like you're driving in a parking lot around a shopping cart. You got to look out the window, adjust your bank angles, and eventually you'll find that there's a pattern to this. It's like, hey, over here it's always steep, over here it's always shallow. Now right now, it's remember, wind is coming from over here, right? It's trying to push you inward, so it's still kind of a shallow turn, slowly going steeper by the time you're over the road over there. Now slowly working into a steeper turn, because now you're going to start zipping across. Get that bank in, come on, bank it. There you go. Altitude, nose up if you're going to bank steeper. Now start loosening up, and then, well, look outside. How we doing?
Close.
Okay. Now right now the wind is blowing you outwards a little bit more than what we see. is fine. That's kind of why we're, banking is steep like this. Now we're going to slowly start loosening it up and end up over top that retail center again. I'm going to put Schenectady in here instead. I don't know which frequency. I guess we'll keep listening to Albany. Being that we're on 1200, he would make the assumption that we're no longer on the frequency, even if there was somebody coming at us.
Southwest 448, reduce speed to 210, then descend to maintain 6,000.
Speed 210, then 6,000, Southwest 448.
Okay, really too close right here, right?
46.
We're close, yeah.
Manipulate, come on, drive the airplane.
Left turn 040, join the final approach course, 246.
So you're really trying to think ahead of the airplane, not looking down and then deciding you're too close, looking at where you're going and stopping it from being too close.
Southwest 2510, reduce speed to 210, then descend to maintain 4,000.
Start to 210, then maintain 4,000, Southwest 2510.
Now think about where you were too close last time and do what you need to avoid that. Remember, there's no straight legs ever. It's got to be a circle. So you can have a real shallow part if you need to work your way out there. And we're still sitting here. All right, so I'm going to challenge you instead. Keep it this close. If you want to come this close, you got to keep it this close. Bank it. Stay right in here. Bank and pitch. You want to keep it this close? We'll keep it this close. I'm fine with that. Get that nose up. I see that nose down too much. And I'm seeing that before I even look at your altimeter. I know nose down equals down. Sometimes you can get away with nose up and you don't always climb, but nose down, you always go down.
Right turn heading 140, Southwest.
There you go. Now to start slowly loosening it up a little bit, because we don't want to get tighter than this on the other side. Just a little bit at a time. Just slowly, gradually going shallower. Now don't get so close in here anymore, so keep it, remember all that wind is blowing at your nose right now, so you gotta keep it nice and shallow and work your way out. Picture something on the ground that you need to get around. It'll keep you at that distance. Pick a certain tree or that
cut through.
Yeah. Make sure you get around that cut through, and then after that, place an imaginary thing on the next road, and make sure you get past that obstacle, whatever it might be. I don't care if there's a real object there or not. Just visualize the cone there.
Zero Bravo Mike, contact.
There you go. Keep this last turn going.
7.42, we'll see.
Now same thing, when you can see your next road, put a pylon on that road too, get around that pylon, but not too far outside the pylon.
Southwest 448, turn right, heading 150.
And then, we should end up back at about the retail center, the school bus.
353, 46, 2.
Oh, you were doing good. I'm not sure why you just came out of the bank.
Yankee runway 1 approach, maintain 170 or greater to fleet.
There you go. Again, you can go shallow, but it doesn't go from 45 to 10. It's gradually here and gradually there. It's almost like you could just move I got the airplane. Almost like you could just put the bank a little bit so it slowly rolls over steeper and steeper as the turn continues. The same thing when it comes to the other side. Okay, just take a little bit out. It'll slowly reduce the bank angle as you get further. So it's not so much, okay, now steep. Not really that way, because the wind is slowly going around you, right? All different, not just headwind, tailwind, but different headwind, tailwind components. So this should be my steepest. And not just should. I'm doing it by looking outside. Getting around that cutout right there, cut through, whatever. But you're going to find you're not really going to feel me suddenly go into the next bank angle, but it's going to slowly roll it out, so I end up right over top that retail center, I keep calling it.
Southwest 448, turn up, heading 040, intercept the localizer, descend and maintain 4,000.
Alright, heading 040, altitude 4,000, join the localizer for 1, Southwest 448.
Questions?
No?
Okay. All right.
Just something I got to build feel on.
Tower 119.
Is it what?
Something I'm going to build feel.
The most practical aspect of that might be, a very small portion of it, but maybe you're on base like turning on the final. For those that just reach a point and turn, here's the runway, they turn. Okay, oh, gee, I guess I got to go back and get the runway. It's like, why don't you look while you turn?
Right.
Why don't you pace your turn? If you started turning too early, it's not bad. Slow it down so it ends up good. Obviously, it's worse, when you overshoot the runway, because then you don't want to overbank trying to get it, back in there.
Yeah.
You got to accept that you're going to overshoot within reason.
Especially at those speeds.
Can't necessarily do a massive overshoot because, hey, what if somebody else is on the right down, like we were with Matt the other day in the pattern? Like you can't cut into his right down one. You can't swing that far out, of course.